If this is true and he did not shoot that girl, did y'all see the video of Tory getting in jail? Oh my God, it's so horrific. And the way he was walking off and there's just blood everywhere, it's just crazy. I don't even know what to say. The fact that people in the comments though pissed me off on X. I was on X and they were saying, some people were like, oh, where the stab wounds? Where is basically where's the collapsed lungs that he had? Where's that at? I don't see that. People don't understand adrenaline. So many people don't understand when you have adrenaline, the stuff don't kick in until later. Like when that shit wears off and you gonna see him collapse, or you gonna see the stuff that he, you didn't see at first, or the stuff, his reaction. Like he was fighting for his freaking life, which I want to see. Like who could see a wound if it's blood everywhere? Like, can y'all be serious for real? For real. This is crazy. They almost took his whole life. I don't even know what to say, man. I know for one, I'm never trying to go to jail. I'm never trying to go to prison. I probably wouldn't even survive a day. I wouldn't even survive a day. And then he on the ground trying to, he's on the bottom, so the dude's on top of him doing everything or whatever. It's just crazy. And TMZ, they always get the footage. It's crazy how people just sell everything. Your last moments, they'll sell your information. They'll sell your video. They'll sell anything to get some views. But yeah, I don't know, man. This is getting crazy and crazier by the day.
So now they just released the audio footage of Santino Casio putting that blade in Tory Lanez. And it's not a pretty thing. Now, I keep trying to tell you young guys out there, you want to be real N-words. But there's a flip side to the game. A lot of y'all don't work out. Y'all not in physical shape. You can't fight. You can't defend yourself. You got that stick. But when you get into the prisons, there is no stick you can carry. You got to have that blade, and you got to be handy with it. If you can't work that, or you can't kick, you can't fight, you can't defend yourself, you in trouble, man. You in trouble. And you got guys in there, man, that gotta spend the rest of their life in there. They gotta be in there for decades. He's on the ground screaming for the CO. He's not in battle. Because he's not ready for that kind of fight. Now he rapping, yeah, he's a rapping guy, and all that stuff sound good. It all sound good. But let's look at the gory and the sad part of the flip side of the game when you get to the penitentiary. How this thing go down? Check this out.
And so, what exactly took place between you and Tory Lanez that day that you stabbed him allegedly?
I just came out in the morning to tell him, good morning. And I told him what's up. Give him a little fist bump, asked him if everything is good. We had a little situation the night before and the day before.
So what was the situation the night before and the day before?
So I heard some rumors that he was trying to put money on my head. He felt uncomfortable living next to me. Said I was a threat. So I confronted him. And then I found out the same thing. He tried to put money on my head, so he said I put money on his head. So we had a little discussion or whatever. So the next morning, that night, he said some all kinds of crazy. So the next morning, I came out to see if everything was good. Fist bump, talked to him. He said, yeah. So I was going back into my cell. And when I looked back, instead of going to cell, he was walking towards my door. He stood in front of my cell, looked at his boys, made a little smirk. And when he showed me what he had and something in his pocket, I just rushed him.
What do you have in his pocket?
I just rushed him. What he showed me looked to me like I believed it could be a weapon at the time. So I rushed him and I just snatched him. I just took advantage of him. He was weak. I just threw him all over and I just kept slamming him and stabbing him. And
were you trying to kill him?
No, not at all. But I saw like there was a weapon. I saw threatening. And when I felt like a sting in my leg, I felt like, oh, he stabbed me. So I moved back and I kept stabbing more. And I seen that he threw something. So I was like, oh, this that. So I just kept going. After he was yelling, help, screaming, please help me. And I just picked him up and I tried to position. I said, I'm like, look at me. And then I just let him go. Like, I was just saying, like, man, you trying to kill me?
What were you guys like? I know why, but why would he pick you out of all people to want to put money on your head? Well, what was the beef exactly about?
It was really no beef. He just talked a lot. And I had confronted him a while back about always saying certain around me. Like, I'll take a fade, I'll knife up, I'll put in his place. And to me, I thought, after like the second, third time hearing that in a conversation, I was like, man, what you trying to say? So I approached him and told him, like, what's up? Like, just go, I'll come into your cell, we'll do whatever. Like, let's play this game then. Because I felt like he was kind of antagonizing me, like testing me, like if someone was afraid or something. We were cool in the beginning. We were cool for like a year. We chilled, kicked it together, everything. It did. Oh,
They're not on that type of prison yard, Rochelle.
Oh, okay.
No. They got like little fractions, but she was more like he was different. He started kicking it with certain people, you know. And when we started being mad, that time when we had our little misunderstandings and we stopped talking as much. But we were neighbors for a while. I've been knowing him for about 2 years already.
Okay. And during the situation when you and him grew a friendship?
Yeah, we were cool. We chilled, we ate, we drank, we partied, we kicked it. Yeah, we were good.
How much did the guy tell you that he paid to have you killed to get off the yard?
Oh, he said double whatever I was offering, but I never made that offer. That's what I never understand. He said that someone told him I offered people money to get rid of him. So he said he would give that person double and some dope and stuff. But truth be told, I never offered no money. Like, why would I offer somebody something I could do? It didn't make sense. But once he yelled and made threats and I'll have you killed and, you know, have a run up to your cell, all that comments and I felt like, all right, you're threatening my life. Like, there's nothing else to do but confront you. And that's what happened the next morning. I asked him, are we cool? He said, yeah, it's cool. And when I went to my cell, he followed me. And like I told you earlier.
Do you have any regrets of stabbing him?
Regrets? Oh, shit.
So you see him telling a story as to why he did it. Now, like I said before, you know, he's going to make up anything because he doesn't want to get his privileges taken. You know, he's already on the PC yard because his homeboys disowned him because of what he's locked up for, right? But the thing is, just because he's on a PC yard don't mean that he's not a you know what. That don't mean that he won't still put that blade in you. And in the video, Tory Lanez on the ground calling for the COs to come save him. These are the rap guys. These are the gangsters. These are the guys that talk about they'll do all this. No, not in there. So when us OGs be trying to give y'all game, y'all call us haters. We don't know what we talking about, right? But your future's my past. We've been there before. We know the flip side to this game. So now something like that can happen to him. What's next? What's next? He go to, you know, he don't get out. He go to another prison. Now his case is in jeopardy. Because now they weren't going to take anything from him. Especially with him not fighting back. Him on the ground screaming for the CO. Oh, man, he's lunch meat in there now. He's definitely food. He's definitely food. We saw black guys walking back and forth up and down the tail. They see him getting dismantled and handled. They ain't doing nothing. We don't know what those guys is in there for because they could be in there for all kinds of stuff. Ain't all that black power and all that black stuff, man, that go out the door a lot of times when you in there. They don't care. He ain't doing nothing for me. They walk right by. They see what's happening. They didn't intervene. They didn't get involved, right? So he went on. Tory Lanez, he had wrote a rap, right? Because he's a rapper. He wrote a rap and he said, I go out to visit and bag the blank out, the baddest blank out there. Then slap the blank out you. Sent me to prison, and all it taught me, if it go down, how to stab the blank out of you. Tommy's in bunkers, the knives, the thumpers, the locks and the socks, just to crack the blank out of you. I call a shot in the yard, you're a problem, it says I'ma send out a hit and cash app the blank out you. But then he's on the ground screaming for the CO. See, y'all living this internet computer life and not in the real world. I grew up in a world where there was no cell phones, there was no computers. You had to show and prove. You said this who you was. It was going to be people to come there to check your chin to see if you about that life that you say you about. These guys, man, today you can be the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, man. If you charismatic enough or have some talent and you can run your mouth, man, you could become a star and make a lot of money and be a fake, a phony. You don't have to be authentic, man. You don't have to be authentic. He talking about all this stuff if you go down in jail. No, if you go down in jail, he going to be screaming for the CO. So now what he going to do now when they come for his case? What are you going to do then? Scream for the CO again? Man, this thing is real goofy and it gets real crazy. Now, I'm not even really dealing with why he's in there. We know a lot of stuff is coming out. They're trying to get emergency hearings to get him out and all that kind of stuff. I'm dealing with the fact that he's in there around stone cold killers. But he ain't one. But he's walking around talking and acting like he's one. They're going to test you. They're going to check you. They're going to see if you're about that life. That's just the way it's going to go. But again, what do I know? What do I know? He on the ground yelling COs. That's why I don't get into all this internet squabbles with people and all that kind of stuff. I come from the old school. If I run my mouth and talk trash, I got to be ready to do something to you. These guys ain't ready. These young guys, man, all they do is talk, man. So you in Philly, Chicago, all these little so-called YNs running the streets, what they going to do when they get in there? And you run into a real gangster. What you going to do? Be on the ground screaming CO? What you going to do when 4 or 5 of them grab you? And now they want your cakes. You going to be on the ground screaming CO? Hey, man, listen, man. It is what it is, man. Y'all got to let me know what y'all think about this, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.